All right, welcome to the first episode live in full effect with Pillow Talk. It's me, your girl Kay Carter, and I have my first ever guest for Pillow Talk. Her name is Shan. I will let her go ahead and introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Shan Arnold. Here, glad to be on the show discussing what we're going to be discussing.
Okay, awesome. Glad you said that because today's topic is leaving damage in the past. You already know it's 2021 and we want to talk about things that we learned in 2020. How can we learn, become better, not bitter for 2021? Pillow Talk. It's where real and intimate conversations take place. And we're going to talk about relationships, right? Can I really see the difference and actually put the effort to do something different, to change the patterns that I had in the past going forward?
Right. And so with that, it's possible, right? Mm-hmm. You just have to be intentional. Mm-hmm. And that's that's what we forget to do. We date, we love. It's lust, it's selfish interest mostly, but when you love someone and you are intentional in loving someone, or you are trying to improve yourself and are intentional in your actions, that's what makes you a better person. That's what helps you grow.
Right.
So my experience, I was in a relationship from the age of 17 with my ex-husband. And
how long were you married?
8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
Okay.
8 years, but we were together from 17. Half of my life, really. And we have 3 kids, 18, 15, and 15. But I realized as I'm dating now that I grew so complacent in my behavior.
Complacent in what behavior did you feel like you were having in that relationship? And now being out of it to actually realize that?
Well, toxic behavior. Like, very immature.
Give me an example. What is something? Because we're getting intimate. Let's get deep. What type of, because I think we've all been there and done that.
Okay.
It's not until you kind of get out of something that you can self-reflect and be like, dang,
right.
I was a little spoiled.
Okay.
Or, so what was it?
Part.
Yeah, what was it?
So, out of high school, that was my first relationship. And so, you don't know how to love properly, and you don't know what you want out of life and out of the relationships that you are forming with the person you want to be with. Mm-hmm. And so, if you don't know how to cultivate those relationships, they diminish, you destroy people. And then you actually destroy yourself, because we broke up, we split, and
so you got a divorce?
Well, we're not officially divorced yet.
So you're separated.
We're separated.
But how long have y'all been separated?
4 years.
And then, okay, hold that note, because that's going to be a segue into how are you going into a relationship? Are you telling the person as far as, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm being forthcoming. But where I was going was, so some of my behaviors, not being able to communicate like an adult, because we met as teenagers. So it's like, you shut down. And so you don't have effective communication.
Yes.
And so I've taken that into some of my recent, talking to, because I haven't really been in a relationship. Mm-hmm. But it's like, okay, you don't want to hear me or where I'm coming from, or this is not going the way that I want it to go.
It's not going your way.
Just shut down.
Right.
I shut down. I'll walk away, and I'll look for stuff to not even form that relationship the way that I know it could probably go. Mm-hmm. I sabotage myself a lot. And part of that is I'm questioning whether or not I'm really ready to move on. And
well,
so,
are you? I mean,
no, I say I am.
It's been 4 years. years.
It's been
so
4 years.
Are you thinking about he's still your husband,
He's
obviously.
still my husband, but there's nothing there, right? Like, he and I, we co-parent, we're good. I question, and here's the baggage and stuff that I need to leave behind.
Yes, the damage, let's leave it behind, y'all, 2021.
I question whether or not the things that he said in the relationship are going to be the same things I bring to the next relationship.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm stuck on. Like, and I don't even give myself a chance. I just, like...
So what did,
the things that he complained about?
Yes. So, because then I don't want it to come across as like, we're like sugarcoating.
No, we're not.
So,
very selfish.
He was saying that you were very selfish?
Very selfish, very non-supportive.
With him saying that you were selfish and non-supportive, do you feel like, okay, in your own mind, you were saying, dang, can I really be in a relationship? Because can I not give enough of myself? And I'm not being able to support or listen to or communicate effectively, so you get scared and kind of want to draw back and not give more of yourself. Right.
That's exactly what I do. I don't open up. And so and a lot of guys potential that I've started talking to or dated have said that I shut down a lot, and I don't give myself fully, and that's fine.
I think, granted, like, so okay, that's the damage piece, because I think I can even contest to that, like being in a space where, think about damage, right?
Yeah.
You kind of been there, you've done that. So if you're in a relationship and you gave so much, or sometimes you become bitter, and because you're damaged from a relationship, you go into sip that wine. Sometimes we punish ourselves, right? We put ourselves in a box and say, I don't deserve something. Even you can wish upon the stars day in, day out. When you go to sleep, you might pray about it, but guess what? When that comes, are you, again, self-sabotaging and not accepting the real, true love? And guess what? When we're damaged, guess what happens? We settle. We settle for something else that's not even the full potential of everything that we want.
Or we play with the ones that do really want us, and we hurt them. Because I know that I've done that to two people.
Yes.
That
What is it that they say? Hurt people, hurt people.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Hurt people. So if you're damaged and you're not learning or digging up those wounds, actually healing, and not, when I'm saying not like putting a band-aid over and not, sweeping it under the rug and be like, and a lot of times this might happen. You might be damaged from a certain relationship, and then you think that rebound person is going to help heal those wounds, but guess what? It only digs deeper, and you're not taking the time. You have to take time to heal, to actually get rid of the damage and become, guess what? Stronger, wiser.
Right.
That's the goal for 2021.
Right.
How are we becoming better?
I actually did therapy too, because a lot of things that I had to question during our separation. And like you said, hurt people hurt people. I had someone that I was dealing with and was ready to move all the way over here to Houston, and I shut it down. I said, you know what, this is not what I want, but in reality, it's really what I needed.
Yeah.
And so where I'm at now with it is, just recently, I sabotaged myself. I was dealing with this guy. He's like, I want more of you. I want more of this. I need you to open up to me more. Here's my thing. Once we have that kind of conversation, my expectations of what this would look like, it changes. Exactly.
Yes. Okay. Pause right there.
Okay.
Because you've been there, you've done that, right? You've been married, you're separated. So think about when are dating. That's the first step. they're getting to know each other, they're courting, or term you want to use, talking to my boo. But then when you go into, hey, you're my boyfriend and I'm your girlfriend, so the expectations change, right?
It does.
So then, if you're engaged, that's a different level.
Right.
And then marriage.
Right.
Because a lot of people say that people change when they become the girlfriend or they become the boyfriend.
Yeah, you get a sense of entitlement.
Like, I don't think that is a sense of entitlement. Let's talk about if you apply for a job, okay, and you're a receptionist. Your expectations for a receptionist will be what?
Make sure I answer them phones and do my job.
Let's say you get a promotion. And now you're not the receptionist.
Who am I now?
You're operational manager or HR.
Ooh.
What is going to be the expectation for that job?
Well, making sure things flow smoothly. I'm being the boss of everything, running the whole organization.
The expectations change.
Right.
There's more weight. There's more for you to do with that job. Not saying that a relationship is a job, but everyone require more of you.
See, but here's the thing, and I think that's where we mess up because, again, that comes with a sense of entitlement. Like, this is what I expect out of you. Okay, so what made you fall in love with this person in the first place? It's not because you told them what you wanted. It's because you saw something in them that you like. Right? Now, once you get into a relationship and you start expecting, him to do this or her to do this, that right there, and they don't live up to your expectations, that's the resentment.
Yeah.
That's when the relationship starts.
You start feeling disappointed.
We sabotage ourselves because you like this person for a reason. You don't want them to change, do you? I mean, if you want them to change and become more of what you want, then that takes away from who they are.
But I think that's part of, in a relationship, sometimes, granted, our expectations can be too high for people, but there has to be some level of expectation when it comes to a relationship.
Okay.
Any relationship, I don't even mean like, boyfriend, girlfriend, like, you're my friend. So for my birthday, guess what? I was like,
come over.
You're my friend. This is part of our relationship. Right. I'm expecting you to be there.
Right.
If you weren't, guess what? I wouldn't care. Right? It's a different level.
Okay, so if I came and your boyfriend didn't come, or let's say neither one of us showed up, then who are you more mad at?
My boyfriend. There is a higher expectation. If I'm laying next to you at night, I don't go to bed with you.
Right.
I don't kiss you.
No, you're right.
You see what I'm saying? So yes, the expectation is different.
Does that then take away from your relationship with him? Like, because you have this, well, you were supposed to be here thing, isn't that kind of like a form of toxicity?
No, there's nothing wrong with saying what you need from a relationship.
Absolutely.
Hey, support means so much to me. I would really appreciate it if you're there.
Okay.
You not being there will affect me in this way.
Okay. But I'm not there. I was there the night before. So I'm not there on your birthday, but I just saw you last night. So now what?
Well, where you going? Did you have to? Did you have to take a flight somewhere? Like, what happened? What would be the reason that you could not make it? That would be the question. Okay.
Okay.
So where were you that you could not make it?
Oh, well, let's say he was working or...
Oh, yeah. Granted, go get the monies.
Okay.
The dollars.
Hanging out with a friend and it kind of spilled over. Oh, okay.
Wait, what friend?
One of his guy friends that you met before.
But on my birthday. Wait, you could invite a friend.
He's coming. He's just coming late.
Well, it depends on how late. Like 30 minutes, an hour, CP time. That's like, we account for that. So, but to not show up, that's just a whole different thing.
So I have a friend who, New Year's, he went to go spend time with his son.
Right.
She had a problem with that. They're kind of on the brink right now of like breaking up.
Because he went to go spend time.
Because he had to go spend time with his grandchild.
There's two things there.
Okay.
Right? people have children, people have other loved ones, family that they want to spend time with.
Right.
Okay, how long have they been in a relationship, and
almost a year.
could she not have been invited? Now she knows that man, right? If they're together, I'm sure she had reason to possibly think like something else is going on, right?
No, well, she doesn't think that. She just wants, whenever I tell you to do something, you better do it.
Oh, I mean, hey, she want what she want. But I think that when you're in, how old is she, if you don't mind me asking?
And well, in her 40s.
Oh, well, in your 40s, 30s, you know what it is that you want. We don't have time to waste. Nobody wants to date as if they're in high school or college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We've been there and done that. So if you don't have the time to invest in, you can be around my friends, family, and vice versa, I don't want to feel like I'm being hid. Don't hide me. Include me. Because that's what I want to do. Because we're not doing that at this stage in our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So if she did feel that way, I would assume it's something along those lines. Because think about it, 40, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow because I'm about to go hang out with the grandkids. How old is the grandkids? They should be asleep already.
13. No, that's a true statement.
You know, you gonna be there. Okay, you can be there during the day, but why can't you be with me at least 11 to the 12?
Right. And go back if you need
to make, you know,
I don't know.
You are valued enough that I want to bring this new year in with you.
That's it. Am I valued enough?
Obviously, I would feel less valued if it's like, yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. No. I would, if I was her, I would be like, oh, we are not continuing into the new year.
Not with this. Not like this.
Not like that.
Put me first.
That part.
You could give so much good advice to people
and
never follow your own advice.
Yes, it is hard. Because in your mind, when you're talking to friends, like we're talking now, we rationalize it for our friends, but when we're like
in it
by ourselves,
man, listen,
it is I wouldn't say hardest, but it's a challenge. Because I even experienced for myself, it was like, okay, I want this person can't give that, but oh, I feel this and this and then you try to rationalize what you have is enough, but it's really not. Because I even found the damage part for me is being petty when I feel like sips. I can be a little petty when I'm not getting what it is that I want. I start realizing when it comes to ending relationships for myself is I feel like I can't end a relationship until something so traumatizing happens. To be like, I'm done. So I would keep pushing until to get somebody to blow up or do something crazy so I can be like, yo!
You're better than me.
I'm out of here. Instead of saying, you know what, that's not what I want. You can't give that, so let me just deuce out while we're on good terms.
You wanted to get to level whatever before.
See, it don't have to.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
But it don't have to be extreme, like, you know. But it has to. It's like my feelings have to be hurt for me to be like, you know what, I'm done.
Why?
I don't know. 2021, I got to be different. That's what I'm saying. You know, I think that is a damage. Like, why? And I'm already an emotional person. Why does my feelings have to be hurt in order to say I'm done? But 2020 definitely taught me if someone is not everything that you want, even though they are a great person, it's okay
to walk away.
To walk away for it not to work. So that's for me. I feel like the damage, but again, because all of my past relationships was always something that hurt me to end it. And I'm like, I'm walking away. I control, alt, delete. You're blocked. I don't want to hear from you. Don't send me no smoke signals. Okay. You know?
And then the mature part, that now you going into 2021 is like, well, you know, this is not working for me.
Yes.
I don't have to get to a point where I'm enraged and I want to kill you. I can just walk away. We can be friends.
Yes.
Or we don't have to be friends.
Right.
We can just call it what it is.
For me, I'm a nice person. I don't like breaking up with people and they still try to be my friend.
Okay. So what does that mean?
I don't try to be my friend. I want to break up and I might be like, okay, how you doing? You might ask me, but don't contact me like we the homies.
Oh, that's my toxic trait. I'll say we can be friends.
No.
I'm going to hit you up and say happy birthday, happy new year.
Don't do that.
You can call me whenever you need to talk, because that's how toxic I am.
Okay, so the thing why I'm like, no, let's end it, because of damage happens, right? When you go, guess what happens? Say you get married again, and you go into your next relationship, but even though you might not have ended things on a bad note, and those exes still feel like, hey, happy new year, how you doing? Guess what's going on in my life? You're in a new relationship. You don't need to know all that, because guess what? It's baggage coming along with you.
Yeah, I have a problem
that weighs you down.
Yeah.
So for me, I enjoy it in a sense when relationships end on bad terms, because I'll be like, now you really don't have no reason to call me. Don't contact me. But for some reason, if it didn't end so bad, and they be like, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. I don't even want that. I really want,
because it leaves the door open.
Yes, I don't want the door to be open. I want it closed. There's no way for you to segue back into my life. I'm just being courteous and kind.
But I grew up. I changed.
So because you changed, there is a possibility of that relationship happening again?
Maybe. Who knows?
No. I mean, granted, there are some examples of that, but if I've been there and done that, I don't want it again. Okay. Because there is something that I've learned maybe about myself or about them that I don't want to experience again.
Got it. You closed that door for a reason.
Yeah. Leave our damage in 2021. My damage is what?
What? Being petty?
I could be a little petty. But I have learned to be mature. If someone is not everything that I want and need, there's no need in me continuing. Just say what it is, speak my truth.
Letting me get to a level where...
Yeah, it doesn't have to end on like terms for me to walk away.
Right.
And you?
I think mine's is ending those relationships and leaving them alone and not backtracking.
Don't backtrack. Do not leave the door open to say, how you doing?
Hey,
guess what? Because guess what's going to happen? In the next couple of days, you're like, how's your new year going? How's that going for you?
I got a couple of those. Happy New Year. Hey, boo.
Don't message me. Don't say Happy New Year or none of that. Just stay in 2020, okay? That's what it is for me. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to be, funny and silly, but no, letting go of those relationships that are not benefiting you, they're not helping you grow, you need to let those go. Because it's no purpose of holding on to them.
Right.
My other thing is assuming I'm going to go through the same things I went through with my husband. With them.
With the next person.
With the next person.
Oh.
And that's the reason why I'm closed off. Like, I don't want to get to know you on a level, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because...
So you have to consciously determine, like, let me be open. It's like going to school. You taking a new class. Right? School is the relationship that you already had, right?
Okay.
But then you might have Miss Thomas this year, and Miss Thomas is teaching the same course, but it's English, but guess what? It's on a different level. Right? Or it's an elective class, but it's like you're learning, everyone's going to be different.
Right.
Life teaches us, it gives us wisdom. We go through life to learn, right? If you have gone through something, it's like, I've experienced this before in this way. You're not crazy to say, oh, I see a red flag that I've experienced already.
No,
now that's in the back of my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? That's going to be your wisdom and discernment, you know, and to be not insane. Nobody wants to keep going through the same things.
No.
So, yes, take notes from those relationships
Right.
and help it to be better.
Thing.
But don't just cut people off because it's like, why?
That's the thing. I cut them off. Like, I'll cut it off with someone, like I told you, potentials. That could be some good suitors.
Mm-hmm.
If I see something I don't like, I'll just shut it down.
That goes into nobody's perfect. And I learned that because I think before 2020, I was the same way. Like, oh no, I don't like that. Oh no, cut it off, shut it down. Yeah, I shut it down. But I think 2020 taught me how to communicate what it is that I want, communicate our differences. Can we figure out some common ground? Like, how can we work on, again, our differences to kind of create a common ground for a relationship.
An amicable relationship.
Right? Because if you shut down and say, no, I don't want to talk about it, and how can you grow from that? Again, my 2020 was like, I want what I want. And if I can't get what I want, it's okay that this person cannot give it to me. 2021, boo, where you at, homie? Damn, Diddy! Because I'm your mama. Y'all, I'm so serious. 2021, I'm here for it, baby. Come for me. Hold me down. 2021, be better, no damage. We're moving on. Okay? Leaving the damage in 2020. The damage in the past. We're going to be better for 2021. We're not going to be bitter in 2021. We're going to have better communication. Okay? We're not going to settle. And also, we're going to say what it is that we want.
Attract that mentally. Come on now.
You know,
attract it mentally, physically, spiritually. Clear your mind. You deserve whatever you
smell
want.
it.
Like it's there.
It's in the air. I feel it on my fingertips. Thank you for tuning in on this episode of Pillow Talk. Here with me, your girl Kay Carter, and the lovely
Shan Arnold. See you guys.
Thank you.